Hello, everybody. So, funny story. Here, one sec. I'm going to microphone myself. There we go. So, funny story. I didn't know that I couldn't do this from my laptop. I didn't know that I couldn't go live from my laptop. So, anyway, I've been trying to get everything rearranged in here so that this works. So, anyway. I'm excited about this. Super excited about this, actually. But first, I want to welcome you to the first video in this 4-part series. If you don't know me, or you haven't done any of the programs with me before, or you haven't worked with me before, my name is Allison, and I am a certified fitness and nutrition consultant, and I'm also a certified life coach. And for the last decade, I have been working with women and helping them to discover what it means to live healthy, well, and vital lives, feeling that immense amount of vitality in their lives and in their bodies. And I am super passionate about what that looks like. Okay, super passionate. And more so than any of the components that make up what it means to be healthy and well and vital in this body is food. That's where my biggest passion lies. Okay. But what I do know also is that as women, we tend to do much more to our bodies than for our bodies. And that's what I wanted to run this series, to run this discussion. There's a lot of hype out there right now, right? There's a lot of gimmicks, there's a lot of fast fixes, there's a lot of empty promises, and we all have done them. You know, I remember when I was, I think my youngest at the time, my second child was 5. And I gained 80 pounds with my first baby. And then I hadn't lost all of that by the time I got pregnant and had my second child. And so I did what many, many women in North America do, and actually in other countries as well. And I joined Weight Watchers. And I lost the weight. I mean, it's not hard to lose the weight when you're only eating 1,500 calories a day or less, which is what it works out to then. Anyways, I'm not even all that familiar with what the program looks like now, but that's what happens when you cut back on your calories like that. But so I mean, there's lots of fast fixes. There's lots of, I don't mean to badmouth any of the programs, because the thing is that they will work, but they only work for a limited amount of time, and that's the thing. There's so much more to living in a healthy body than just it being of a particular size. So, I think it's important to realize that along with the fast fixes and the gimmicks and such, like, there's those empty promises that are telling you that when you have this perfect body, then you're going to be happy, right? So that's what is called diet mentality and fitness propaganda, and it's complete BS, okay? And I worked in that industry for 10 years, right? For almost a decade, I was working in that industry. An industry that does more to corrupt women's feelings about their bodies and their self-esteem than anything else. And I bought into it, right? I bought into what I was taught. I bought into that this is what it looks like, and this is what you need to do in order to achieve the body that everybody thinks that you need to have. So in this 4-part series, I really want to share with you what I see as the building blocks to creating sustainable success with respect to the health and the strength and the vitality of your body. So for today and for the next 3 days, I'm going to talk for about 20 minutes and then I'll take questions. Or if you aren't listening in real time, you can comment in the group, or you can email questions to me too, because we have a few people who aren't doing Facebook. So that's another option as well. Okay. So I also understand that 5:30 is a difficult time, right? It's kind of like the witching hour. Right now for me, this is what's working. And so I'm teaching classes in the evenings, and so this is what I can jump on. So if another time would work better for you in the next few days, you know, I'm sorry. I want to say that I could help you out there, but for this 4 days, this is what it looks like. But you're going to get this video in an email, and you'll be able to watch it as well. Okay. So I believe the very first thing that we need to talk about with regards to what it looks like to create a healthy, strong, and vital body, especially as we get older, is to understand this one very, very clear concept, and that is that there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. It doesn't matter if you've tried every single one of the programs out there and failed. There is nothing wrong with you. These programs and these systems, they're not designed to create sustainable success for you, because if they did, then, you know, they would no longer be in business. Okay? Because it requires that you keep coming back, right? And so what happens is that it does work. Often it does work. Weight Watchers worked for me, right? Weight Watchers worked for me because, you know, I did it for a set amount of time. But, you know, it gets expensive. It gets restrictive for people. And really, to be honest, I mean, I am coming from a space where I think it's super important that we are looking at sustainable success. And what does that look like? That looks like that you don't have to take a pill or drink a shake or count a point or wrap your body in anything in order to get to where you want to be with respect to your body. Okay? So step one is to understand that you are unique, and that also you are your own blend of being. So in order to create a lifestyle for yourself, or a program for yourself that works, then you need to reconnect to this body, to your body. You need to discover what your body wants, what your body needs, and what your body is asking for. So we live in a society and a culture that is, especially as women, we are told how we should look, what we should feel, what we should want, what we need to strive for, and then we start to lose sight of our own authentic selves. So with respect to what you want within your body, your wellness, your health, with respect to that, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? What is your body asking for? What kind of fitness is your body asking for? I know you can hear probably, there's a weed whipper going outside my window right now. What is your body asking for? When I say that, does this feel really woo-woo to you? Because I get it, right? Like we talk about, you know, what your body needs, but what is it asking for? So interesting enough, I've been doing a lot of work on this, right? Really listening to what it is that my body is asking for. And so the other morning I woke up and I was like, I need a drink of water, but it was a completely different feeling for me. It wasn't like, my mouth is dry, I need a drink of water. It was like my actual body was asking for a drink of water. And the more that you can connect to your body, your physical body, it will give you the messages and it will tell you what it needs. We think that our bodies are sabotaging us all of the time because we've been told that we don't know what to do and that somebody or something outside of us has the answer to create health, wellness, and vitality in this body. But this is the secret. You and your body have the ability to create the health, well-being, vitality in your body. What are some of the goals that you have around your body? Because this is the other thing, right? Like, we're in this, we have like two sides at war here. And I think that that's what makes it so difficult in the space that we're in, right? I think it makes it difficult because on one hand, we're told that we need to be a certain way and look a certain way, and this is what needs to happen. That's the fitness industry over here, and the diet industry, and the media, and whatever else. And then on this side, we're told you should just love the body that you're in. But the thing is that there is a middle place to come to and to find ourselves in. And we're going to talk about that a little bit as we go on throughout this week. It's important to understand that you can love the skin that you're in, and you can be grateful for the body that you're in, but you can also want to create sustainable changes and healthy changes, positive changes in your body, in your physical body, which will spread out into the rest of your life as well. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to create changes in the body, okay? So what are some of the goals that you have around your body, your wellness, and your vitality? Okay. So in order to do this, in order to tap into what it is that your body is telling you that it needs or wants, you do have to get quiet and you have to ask the question. And this is where a little bit of that woo-woo comes in. And often when, maybe I'm not feeling well, maybe I'm super tired, maybe I feel really draggy, maybe I have a headache, maybe I, have body aches and pains, then I will sit and I will put my hand on my belly. And I will say, like, what do you need? And often something comes to mind. I need a snack. I need a little rest. I need to, take a couple minutes just to breathe, or just to sit, or just to be still. So this is how we reconnect to the body. It's like having a conversation with your body. I firmly believe that our physical bodies are the barometer to what is going on in the rest of our life. So that works twofold. It works like if you are not looking after the physical body, as within, so without. So if you are putting yourself at the end of the priority list in every area of your life, then this body is going to know that you're doing that. And so it's going to reflect that into your outer world. So you are going to feel tired, draggy. You're going to notice that things aren't going the way that you want them to go. You're going to notice that you're maybe being rejected or neglected in other areas of your life because you're doing that to yourself. Okay, so I believe that your body is a barometer for that. I also believe that your body is the way that you filter every experience in your life. So, you see the experiences in your life, you feel the experiences in your life, you hear them, you smell them, you taste them, you touch them. And so, as you filter those experiences through this vessel, it needs to be clear, right? It needs to be in, the best health that you can bring to it. And that doesn't mean size, and that doesn't mean the number on the scale, and it doesn't mean, whether or not you can pinch an inch. That has nothing to do with it. It needs to be your own version of healthy and well. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything on this one. I do know that when you come home to your body, then you can start to make changes that support how you want to feel, right? That's what happens. All right, sorry, this is like the, okay. All right, so also these are the questions that I want you to ask yourself. This is going to accompany your email tomorrow. How do you want to feel, right? We talked about that for a minute ago. So how do you want to feel with respect to your body, your health, and your wellness? How do you want to feel? Why do you want to feel that way? You know, why do you want to feel healthy and strong? Why do you want to feel energized? Why do you want to feel confident? Why do you want to feel those things? Because if you don't know your why, then it makes it less likely that you will do the things that you need to do in order to get there. Because this is the thing, this isn't a passive program, right? This isn't a passive thing. You still need to do the things that you need to do in order to get where you want to be. It's active. It's an active program. It's an active, it's just, you have to do the things, okay? And what is one thing that you can do tomorrow to feel the way that you want to feel? And I want you to keep in mind that this doesn't always have to be weight reduction related, okay? So, because it's not about being happier when you get to where you want to be, right? Especially with weight. I'll be happy when I lose 10 pounds. It's crap, okay? When I was 40 pounds lighter, I probably pinched myself more often in the mirror and said nasty things to myself than I do now, 40 pounds heavier. So the thing is that you're not, when you get to where you think that you want to be, if you're not happy now, you're not going to be happy then. I was watching the Netflix show Embrace, and she was talking about doing a fitness competition and how in this fitness competition they, she was listening to these women, and this was the most fit that she'd been in her whole life, and she wasn't happy then either, but she was listening to all of these other women talk about what it meant to be in those bodies. But then to start saying, I wish I had more of this, and I wish I had more of that, or I wish I had less of this or less of that. And so that's the thing. You have to feel the way you want to feel now. There was a quote in Seinfeld, and it was George Costanza. And not a quote, probably a scene. Let's call it a scene. So anyways, George is ordering and he says, no, wait. I don't want tuna on toast. Nothing good ever comes from tuna on toast. I want the opposite of tuna on toast. I want chicken on rye, untoasted with tea. You need to do something completely different. When we hold on to a belief long enough, we no longer question its validity, okay? We just accept it as fact. And the bottom line is that sometimes those things or those ideas or those beliefs serve us, but most of the time they don't. What I hear most often from women, especially with regards to their bodies and the inability that they have to, or they feel they have, to reach a desired level of fitness, strength, vitality in their body, is that I can't do it, I'm not motivated enough, it's too hard, I'm a failure. These untrue belief systems, they drive deep grooves into our consciousness. And they're difficult to shed when it comes to deciding that we want to make different changes, or we want to make changes and positive changes in our lives. So we hold on to, I'm a failure, right? I can't do it. It's too hard. This is the way I'm just meant to be, right? They're all of these these beliefs that we just continue to groove into our brains, the things that we say to each other or to ourselves. So the second thing I want you to do is to explore the validity of the beliefs that you have and what you're saying to yourself about making changes and your ability to make those changes in your lives. So when those grooves run deep, we need to create new experiences to draw on, new information, and to start to create a new pathway of being. So the second part of your thing today, or your homework, so to speak, is that I want you to start to create new paths. So how do you do that? You start to create new belief systems by doing something that you know you're going to succeed at. So what can you do today that you know you're definitely going to succeed at, or tomorrow even, right? So maybe it's, I know I can succeed at setting my alarm for 6 o'clock in the morning and getting up, and maybe I'm going to do a 10-minute meditation or a 5-minute meditation or a couple of breaths and a gratitude practice, right? So that's an opportunity to make sure that you succeed at something. Maybe you are going to be able to make a great cup of coffee. That's something that you know that you can succeed at. That's how we start to create new pathways of being, is to take tiny little steps towards something that you know that you can accomplish, okay? It's almost like you're creating new thought crevices. So step one is to reconnect with our body. How do we do that? We discover how we want to feel. We know that it's not the goal that we are hoping to achieve, but it's the feeling that we think that goal is going to bring to us. So how do I want to feel? Why do I want to feel that way? What can I do to make myself feel that way? So, again, just to reiterate, I want to be happy. I want to feel happy. I will be happy when I lose 10 pounds. No, you need to be happy now. So what can you do today to make yourself feel happy? And then the other thing is to discover what you can do to make yourself feel successful today, so that you can start to recreate those pathways of what it means to be successful, motivated, and able to do the things that you're setting out to do. Excellent. Hi, Tammy. How are you? So, do you have any questions, Tammy? I know you just joined in. I think you're the only one on here. You can type them in at the bottom if you have any questions. Essentially, what I was talking about was what our first step is, and that's just to reconnect to our bodies, to reconnect to who we are, and to discover what it is that we really need and how we want to feel. That's good. I'm glad you're okay as you can be. Excellent. Yeah. So if you have any questions for me, or if you don't have any questions for me, it would be best for you to just watch the rest of the video. Good. Yeah, I think it is a perfect step to start on. I think the very important thing is that we have started to feel that, we have this, this idea in our culture, right? That you're special and you're unique, and we are. But I feel like the fitness industry and the fitness and diet industry, really, it's like you are your own unique self, but this is what's going to make you be who you really want to be. But then it's like all these cookie cutter things that happen as a result of that, and it doesn't work for us, because we are unique. So please be your unique self, but wait, not with it comes to your body. Let's put you into this box and make sure that this is where you fit. So really important to reconnect to body and to self. Awesome. All right. So this video will go out in your email tomorrow morning, you'll receive it. And if you have any questions, then you can email me them, or you can come into the Facebook group and post them. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Tammy, have a great night. Thanks for popping on. Okay. Bye-bye.